Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we catch dinner and a show at the Andiamo Showroom. Check out the amazing artwork at the Parkwest Gallery, and then we show you how and where to get free information to make your next family reunion a blast. So stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
There are 11 Andiamo restaurants scattered throughout Metro Detroit, so no matter where you are, you're never far from great Italian food. But today we are at their flagship restaurant where it all started in Warren on 14 Mile, just between Mound and Van Dyke. Now here it's more than just a restaurant. They've got a bar to sit and relax at. They've got, of course, the great Italian food, but they've also got a celebrity showroom. They get big name acts that come in here. You can rent it out for a wedding, a corporate event, or whatever. So, Andiamo, let's go.
Luna in mezzo al mare, mamma mia, si salterà. Allora è bella per danzare che in amor non mancherà.
Well, the name Andiamo, the name of the restaurant, the full name is Andiamo Italia, which means, Andiamo means let's go, Italia to Italy. So that's how the name came about.
Very clever.
Yeah, my grandparents were immigrants from Italy. And our chef, Chef Aldo, is from Italy, and he's been our chef since we've been here.
Wow, and so you're doing something right, the food. What region of Italy is the food from?
You know, all of our menu is the whole province of Italy. You know, we have some northern Italy dishes, some southern Italy dishes, so we cover really the whole map of Italy.
Any signature dishes?
Well, I think that we specialize in veal, and our homemade pastas are, you know, really our signature dishes.
So whenever you're ordering pasta at any Andiamo, it's always homemade then? Fresh?
Yes, everything's homemade. We have 3 little Italian ladies back there, and that's all they do is make pasta.
That's so cute. They're back there making pastas. We're out here talking.
Yeah.
And so this is sort of the flagship one. This also has the showroom as well, right?
Yes, this has a large banquet facility attached to it. Some of our restaurants also have banquet facilities. This particular one has the largest one. And we also use the banquet facility as a showroom. They have live entertainment, usually Wednesday through Saturday in the lounge area. So, yeah, there's something for everybody at Andiamo. But the best part is the great food and the great service.
The great food and service.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we take a peek at the banquet room?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
go.
So this is the showroom where you come to see live shows, banquets. I mean, what exactly goes on in here?
Well, a little bit of everything, as you said. It's a banquet hall, first of all, and we do a lot of weddings, a lot of social functions. We do corporate business. We can seat about 700 people in here.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a large theater. And then as a showroom, we have different configurations of the tables, so we can put about 800 people in here for the showroom.
So you get some big names that come in here, right?
Yes, we do. We've had, you know, really the who's who. We've had Howie Mandel as comedy, Don Rickles as comedy, Joan Rivers, singers. We've had Engelbert Humperdinck. We've had Paul Anka, country. We've had Lone Star.
Lots of neat options. I hear they're getting ready for a show tonight. Tonight is what? What's tonight?
Tonight we have a show. It's called Tony and Tina's Wedding, and this is a show that we reoccur here. It plays here about 4 times a year. It's a great show. It's very entertaining. This for tonight, it does include the food. It's a one package deal.
One package deal.
That's it, Donna, we're breaking up!
You breaking up with me? No, I'm breaking up with you. Did you hear it? Who broke up with me first? I broke up with him!
Thank you for showing me around.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Nice to see you.
They're just getting served their food now. It's like you're actually crafting a real wedding. They're serving it family style. It's like so much drama and so much fun going on all at the same time. They really pull you in. So you're making the homemade pasta for all the restaurants here? Yes?
Every day.
Every day making a homemade pasta. Wow. So it goes from here onto your plate? You can't get any fresher than that, can you?
No, it's fresh, yeah. There you go.
All right, thank you.
I'm a Belgian, but boy, when I come here, I am an Italian. Trust me.
Well, hi, Peter. Thank you for sitting down with me. I'm so excited to taste some of this food. It smells wonderful. So what do we have here?
Veronica, we
Yep.
have the lasagna alla bolognese.
Alla bolognese. Okay.
Bolognese, and it is a traditional 14-layer lasagna.
14 layers.
14 layers.
Wow.
With the meat sauce and ricotta cheese in between each layer.
And so, Peter, what do you have here?
It is a filetto di manzo, filet of beef, char grilled 8-ounce steer filet mignon, along with the oven roasted red skin potatoes and some Swiss char also. It's also topped with zip sauce,
Zip sauce.
which is vegetable consomme and folded butter. And the dessert is a traditional Italian birthday cake. It is a white cake infused with cannoli filling.
You know, and something else I noticed too. So you have your own wine. Andiamo has its own wine.
Yes, it's Andiamo Nero d'Avolo. Nero d'Avolo is a grape varietal such as Merlot or Cabernet.
Shall we sample some of the food?
Definitely.
So I'm going to dig into these 14 layers of lasagna here. The meat sauce smells wonderful. What a difference homemade pasta makes. That is so good. Perfect amount of cheese on it. This is yummy.
Nice and tender.
Wow, yeah, even my butter just sliced right through that. Ooh, that's yummy. I love the sauce. So again, Nero d'Avola.
Nero d'Avolo.
Nero d'Avola, my Italian's not very good. That's very good. See? Very nice and light and fluffy. Oh, that's very good. I like all the chocolate curls on the side. Is that kind of typical too?
Yes. Also homemade in the back.
Well, Peter, thank you so much
You're welcome, Veronica.
letting me sample this delectable food. It was fantastic.
Thank you for joining us.
And lucky us, there are 11 Andiamo locations throughout Metro Detroit. So no matter where you are, you can get some of this fine Italian food anytime or any place. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, are you looking for another great reason to boast about Metro Detroit? Well, get this. Parkwest Gallery in Southfield is the world's largest distributor of original artwork. They've got new collections being mounted continuously, and they have over 1,000 works filling the gallery. These works here belong to Andrew Bone, and he used to be a safari guide, and his theory is if you haven't been chased by it, you shouldn't paint it. And no, these are not photographs here, these are the unbelievable works of Scott Jacobs. Now here we have an entire wall dedicated to the artwork of Peter Max. Now he was a visionary pop artist in the 1960s who evolved to become a master of neo-expressionism, and his vibrant colors have become a part of contemporary American culture. For instance, the NBC Peacock logo, that redesign is Peter Max's. He's been the artist for 5 Super Bowls, the NFL. Look at his colors, they're just so vibrant. This place is huge, and there's so much art here. And to tell me all about it, I'm going to go meet up with Morris Shapiro for my own private tour.
Parkwest is kind of an interesting business. I think it's unique in the art world in the sense that we have sort of a different philosophy in bringing art to people. And it was founded by a man named Albrecht Drer, and Albert still runs the company as the CEO. And he began to put art collections together and take them around to different locations and auction them. We were asked by a cruise line to begin to do auctions on cruise ships. And now we operate on 8 different cruise lines.
Really?
On over 80 ships. And one of the things that we try and do also is to bring people a broad range and a wide variety of works of art. So we have things that span the whole range of time, and we have things which are, under $100 to things that are around $1 million. So we give people that choice to really see everything, make the right decision for them, give them proper information, and that's really what's most important. So why don't we go on a tour?
I would love to.
Okay.
Well, so this place is huge. How large is it?
Well, the entire building is 63,000 square feet, but the gallery area is about 15,000 square feet that we're walking in now.
Well, so how many galleries are there actually then?
Well, we have 23 exhibition spaces,
Okay.
and we're open 7 days a week. I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk a little bit about this artist. His name is Marcus Glenn, and Marcus actually lives in Southfield. He's
he's local.
Lives around the corner.
It's like 3D-ish.
Yeah, he calls his work flat life. He says because life is flat, but his work goes beyond being flat and goes into another dimension. So here we're in one of our galleries that features old masters, masterworks. We're very proud of our masters collection, and this is one of the areas that I get most enthusiastic about. These are our works by Renoir. Renoir was, of course, a great painter, but he experimented briefly in the graphic arts, and here are 3 graphic works by him, 2 lithographs and an etching. Here's a whole selection of Rembrandt etchings. Rembrandt, of course, was the greatest etcher of all time. He made paintings for his financial needs, but he made etchings because he loved them. This is where his greatest creativity and spontaneity is found. Here's one of my favorite artists. This is Albrecht Drer. And Albrecht Drer is, in my mind, probably the most amazing artist in terms of his technical virtuosity. This is a woodcut, and it comes from the Large Passion, and this particular example was printed in the year 1511.
Oh my goodness.
1511, yes. The woodcut is done by carving away all the negative space. So everywhere the white of the paper exists, the wood was cut away and removed. If you can imagine,
I can't. Oh my goodness, that is just exactly.
Any museum would love to have it.
Yeah.
And when you collect that piece, you never really own it.
Yeah.
It just stays in your collection. You're the caretaker for the rest of your life.
There you go, the caretaker, and then exactly.
You have that responsibility.
Yeah.
And we're passing through a small corridor here in the gallery that features the work of Marc Chagall. Marc Chagall was, in my mind, the epic poet of 20th century art. And this is Itzhak Tarkai. Tarkai is a very interesting artist. He's from Israel, and he came very late in his life to being an artist in his 50s. Yeah. And he's become really one of the most famous artists in the world today, known for his beautiful figurative imagery. Another interesting collection we're very proud of is the Destino Collection. And Destino was a film that was conceived by Salvador Dali and Walt Disney in the 1940s. And Parkwest is the exclusive representative of the artwork that's been created for collectors from the film. So you're looking at one of the suites right here of the storyboards and paintings that Dali made in preparation for the film.
Wow,
it's really,
isn't
really
that
cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
So you've got another Detroit artist in here too, correct?
We do. This would be Dominic Pangborn.
From Pangborn Design.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. We're Dominic's dealer and publisher of his graphic works. Right over here we have an artist who, in my opinion, is probably the most important living artist in the world today. And his name is Yaakov Agam. And the viewer and the artist have to co-mingle to create the work. And he's been known since that, as the father of what's called kinetic art. If you take a look at this work from the side, you're probably seeing like a circular element there, right? Now, as I take it around, very, very slowly, you're seeing these transformations. And to the other side, you'll see that same circular image, but in a lighter or darker format. The work is called Moon Noon, so it's talking about the transformation of a whole day.
But some of these other ones are...
Well, these are also interactive. These are called agamagraphs, where they change and move. This is what he calls a multigraph, and here you can actually come up, you're encouraged to come up and move this sliding grill. And you see what happens as I change it, where the work is just, transforming and becoming something new. Wow. You can change it every day if you like, right?
And this room is the Picasso Room.
Yes. Wow. Very special room. For us at Parkwest, we have an amazing Picasso collection. I think he was like Mozart. You know how Mozart wrote symphonies when he was a child? That's the kind of genius Picasso was. He was protean, in my opinion. He was just like a man who changed everything, because everybody has to go through Picasso to understand art in the world today.
Well, Morris, thank you so much for showing me around.
Oh, thank you, Veronica. Thanks so much for coming down and having your viewers enjoy Parkwest.
Yes, and it was wonderful, and as you've seen, they have everything here, from the old world masters right on up to today's contemporary artists, some even from Detroit, all right here in Southfield at the Parkwest Gallery. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Head to Shane Park for the funky and unique Universe Soul Circus, and Plymouth welcomes autumn with their Fall Festival. Visit downtown Rochester's Art and Apples Festival and enjoy food, music, and more at Dally in the Alley. Northville's Victorian Festival revives the romance of the 1800s, and WWE broadcasts their Night of Champions from the Joe. Catch Detroit's creative side around town at the Design Festival and see the Outdoor Boat Festival at Lake St. Clair Metro Park. Detroit Restaurant Week offers discount dining, and the Family Reunion Planning Seminar offers free help. Keep your bikes out for the Tour Detroit ride, then cruise with Old Blue Eyes aboard the Ovation Yacht. Learn about astronomy and go stargazing at the beach, and CMA Entertainer of the Year performs at the Palace. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. We have discovered this nifty little gem that happens every year in Detroit. It's a free family reunion planning seminar, and this great community event gives you all kinds of wonderful information to help you plan your reunion, and it happens twice a year, every year at Cobo. Jennifer, family reunion is a big deal in Detroit. What do we got going on here today?
Today we have our free family reunion planning seminar. It's an event that we do twice a year. It's usually at the end of September or beginning of October in the fall, and in the spring it's usually at the end of March or the beginning of April.
Well, one key thing that you mentioned is that it's free.
You come here, all you have to do is pre-register, and you can do that by calling our hotline at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and it's free for you and another family member to come and listen to things like how do I plan my family reunion, trying to work with local vendors. We'll give you tips and hints on how to do that, and it's all free.
At Cobo, it's always in Cobo.
It's always at Cobo. It's one of the only venues that's large enough to host this awesome event. So.
This is where the registration happens, and then you're giving out information as well.
Absolutely. When you register, you get a bag. Inside the bag is an outline of the presentations that you're going to hear. So it's a take-home piece. So even if you're here and you're listening and you can't really remember what was presented, you've got a hard copy of the presentation to go back to for reference. We also have a list of all of our exhibitors that's in the bag, so you can always use that as a reference piece as well. And we also have some different things like a pencil and Detroit folders and some Detroit memorabilia that you can take back also. And actually this is a twofold purpose. We keep tabs on you the whole entire way throughout your planning process, and in the end we give everybody coming to your family reunion from out of town and locals a bag, a pencil, postcards, different things, so you can use that for your reunion.
Cindy Ingram from the Williams family reunion. All right. LaShawn Tellis with the Whitfield family reunion.
So what other things do you do to make the event fun?
Well, one thing that really gets the crowd going is that we give prizes periodically throughout the seminar to keep people aware of what's going on and to win some fun things. We give away water bottles, planners, bags, all sorts of things that a family reunion planner can use.
Regina Lockridge from the Lockridge family reunion, which I have to say on her form it says she is the #1 Veronica Vance fan.
And you're providing food.
Food, yeah.
Free breakfast on
Free
top
breakfast,
of everything.
yeah.
Wow.
We give away a continental breakfast, so you can come in, have a light breakfast in the morning, listen to what we have to say, and then afterward also win some exciting prizes in our trade show that we offer after the education.
And you're going to have a prize board for that?
We do. We have a prize board, and all of our vendors donate prizes, things like overnight hotel stays, tickets to attractions, tickets to different events and things going on around town are all up for grabs if you come to the seminar.
We actually work with over 800 partners, and those partners consist of hotels in Metro Detroit, restaurants, transportation companies, tour companies, t-shirt companies, catering companies, and the list goes on. Whatever it is you're looking for, please check that box off.
The parking fees, is that something that the hotels usually negotiate?
Usually not. I'm going to say 9.5 times out of 10, mainly because most hotels have an outside company
Well, that was informative. And now you've
awesome.
got 2 breakout sessions going on, right?
We sure do. This one is called Discovering the D. This actually takes reunion planners into some things that they can do around around town that may be unique, or as a lifelong Detroiter, you may never know existed. Whenever we have someone call our Convention and Visitors Bureau, one of the things that they want, the buzzword of the day is always, we want to do something unique. And since it's here in Detroit, obviously you can do a Detroit-themed banquet. You can get some of your family members to dress up like famous Motown acts, even providing Detroit foods at your banquet, things like Verner's, Faygo Pop, Better Made Chips, water parks, for kids to take them to water parks. First of all, you have Chandler Park, Family Aquatic Center. They do have special rates for family reunions. And the other seminar is called Hotels 101. It talks about meeting with hotels, some questions that you should be asking. It talks about some terms and terminology that you should know going into that process.
I say everything is negotiable. You have done in the past, you always do a Marriott property, and you're coming to Detroit and you want to do Marriott here, let them know that. If you have 25 rooms and your group is going to be there for 2 nights, then that's 50 room nights. So when you call, they may say, oh, you have 30 room nights. Well, that doesn't mean 30 rooms. That means you probably have 15 rooms, you know, at 2 nights each.
So the event continues with a trade show, a full-out trade show.
Absolutely. You're able to come actually visit some of those places and services that would help you with your family reunion.
See, I think I'm going to take a peek around.
Take a stroll. It's exciting. You might even pick up some goodies along the way.
Well, thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Veronica.
Have a great time on board. A lot of them really enjoy coming out for a Motown cruise. It's a great way to showcase Detroit's history for all your out-of-town relatives. We work with the person planning. We try and make it as easy as possible for the organizer.
Well, the great thing that we have available is a website that is actually set up for our family reunion. So they can go right to the website to purchase different items such as shirts, balloons, and it really makes it
They're a big thing, aren't they?
T-shirts are huge.
What we do is historic tours of the city and share them with them so the family reunions could know what a rich history Detroit has.
How valuable did you guys find the seminar today?
It was truly valuable. There were things that we weren't aware of. We was able to get some new ideas.
So you've had a good time. You won something off the prize board.
I actually won something. I'm very pleased. First time here, a lot of information. I think anyone that's doing anything with family need to come here. It's great. I would tell all my family members about it.
One-stop shopping, because that could be a lot of work, trying to call all these places and trying to see what's happening.
Actually, one of the great things about it is networking with other reunion planners so that you learn things that even though it's not presented at the seminar, other people are planning, so we get ideas from them too.
I had no idea that planning a family reunion was so involved. I mean, it's like planning a wedding. So if you need tips or suggestions, remember, this event is held twice a year at Cobo.
It's closer than you think, it's what you're searching for. And like a river runs, there's always something more. There's nations coming together where the spirit flies. So many songs we sang, so many games we played. And where the past left off, we still embrace the day. With a heart of a champion and a hero's pride. And now we're letting you know, so get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. What it's like in the D. It's everywhere you look, in everything you see. A country rich and so complete, a heritage so deep, and no one can resist when Smokey sings. And so we're letting you know, now get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here, right here in the D. Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here. What it's like in the D. It's all happening here. What it's like in the D. It's all happening here. What it's like in the D.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you'd like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.